Okay, welcome back. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about how to get the volume control working on your Raspberry Pi. So, in our class E101, many of the projects will involve some level of audio, so audio output on the Raspberry Pi. So one of the problems you'll face working from the command line with your Raspberry Pi is that it may not be obvious where the controls are to set things like the volume, either the master volume or the volume for the particular headphone jacks you're working with. All right, so I'm going to show you my setup here. So I've got a couple of these old crusty computer speakers attached to it's they're powered speakers, but you could use headphones. I'm just using that to demo here. And I'm going to plug that in here. It buzz a little bit as it goes in. All right, so I've got my Pi up and running here. And what I want to show you here is some utilities that come from a tool suite called ALSA, which is what is managing the audio inside of this particular instance of Linux. All right, so one thing I want you to give a try to is to run the speaker test. Speaker test dash T, and I'm going to put out some WAV files, and dash C, and I'll tell it how many speakers I've got. So I've got 2 channels, or C is for channel, and so let's run
front,
that.
Left, front, right.
And so it just
front, left,
bounces
front,
back and forth
right,
between these
front,
two, and I can
left.
control C it to kill it. And so it's going back and forth. That gives you an idea of playing out. So before you get into programmatically working with your Pi, for instance, you're going to use something like Pygame to output WAV files for your game that you're building. You can try to make sure your speakers are working. Okay, so let's say that the volume's not right. It's either too high or too low. A lot of times when it defaults, the headphones will default to a relatively low volume. And so let's go and make sure that we've got the volume set right. So I'm going to go back to PuTTY here, and I'm going to take a look at this tool called the alsamixer. And it's a command line tool, but it gives you a pseudo graphical interface here. And I'm going to make this, I think this being big is messing it up. So let me try that again. Let me escape out of this. It kind of goofed it up. Well, maybe it's just going to look goofy on PuTTY. I think PuTTY's not handling the cursive stuff right. I think it'll work okay. You can see as I move my arrow keys, and I'm moving the arrow keys on my keyboard up and down, it's moving up and down the master volumes. That's the main volume. If you think about a mixer slider on your Windows, your Mac machine, you've got a master, and then you've got a per application or per device volume. So you can change this master volume. I would recommend just leaving that up at maximum. I don't think there's any downside to doing that for what we're doing, at least in the E101 game. And then I'm going to come over here and hit F6 to select the sound card. So if you go up here near the top here, select sound card. So I'm going to hit F6. And man, it's messed up. Those X's those won't look that way when you're doing it on things that aren't PuTTY. It looks like PuTTY's not handling what's called curses, the way this alsamixer program is written using something called curses, which lets you move around inside the screen. But anyway, make sure that you select the headphones. So the BCM2835 headphones, that's part of the Broadcom chip that is the heart of the Raspberry Pi. And so you can change its volume. And I've seen it on several students' Pis where it starts out and it's way down here. It's down at like 40%. So use your arrows and bring that all the way up to the top to 100%. So I'm looking at this right down here. So now you've got your master and your headphones up to 100%. And then so I'm gonna hit escape, exit out of there, and I'm gonna run my speaker test again.
Front, left,
and so I'm
front, right.
at
Front,
full
left,
power here.
front,
Now if I
left,
hit
front,
Control C to
left.
kill that, And I go back into alsamixer, and let's say that I want to go F6, and I want to change the headphone volume. Let's say I don't like that volume, it's too loud. Let's come down here and make it, I don't know, we'll make it 50% of what it was. And let's run it again.
Front, left,
And you can see that hopefully
front, left,
you can hear that difference, that it's quite a bit less volume. So I'm gonna go back in here, hit F6, select the headphones. I'm gonna run that all the way up to 100% just so I can hear it. And
front, left,
there you go.
front, right.
That's how you do it.
Front,
Now, of course, on my speakers, I could, I've got a little dial. On my speakers, I've got a little dial, and I could adjust the volume on my speaker. But in your game, you're probably going to use headphones. If you got this, you're building this game for a kid, and so so you're going to need to be able to adjust it in a way programmatically. Well, actually, we're using that alsamixer tool. You'll need to adjust it, so you'll fix that volume at some level. All right, that's it for this video. I just wanted to make sure that you saw this. It's one of those things where if you don't know that tool is there, the volume may come out of the Pi very, very low, and it'll be very hard to hear it. I've seen that on several students' Pis, and so you'll just need to go in and boost that up with the alsamixer. All right, that's it for this video.